You will have the feeling or experience of success in your life when you can finally own who you are. When you can finally say, this is who I am. This is why I was born. And when you can know that it had a reason, that your life purpose had a reason, or that you know that you had a purpose or a mission that you were on, that you were meant to fulfill. And if you were to do that, then you would experience that feeling of success. And it would probably come about in so many different ways. It would come about in your career, in your finances, in your abundance, in your relationships, and how you feel about yourself. And then you'll know that you've gotten there because you'll have this feeling of peace as well, and that you're no longer searching and you're no longer looking for what that thing is, and you start having joy. You start enjoying your life and experiencing more happiness than you could have possibly known. And then you'll look back at your life and you'll wonder why you held yourself back. You will wonder, why didn't you do this before? Because all it took was you becoming willing to examine who you are and to know who you are. And I can say that because it took me so long, and today I can tell you that, well, now I know, but I'm almost 75. How old are you? When are you going to do it? I'm saying this because every single person has some life mission they're meant to fulfill. Now, it might have been really confusing for you the last several years of your life because it's been confusing in our world, but that was purposeful as well, because you're being asked to embody the next version of who you are, who you could become. And that's what I had to do. Because 36 years ago, I started doing something that I had no idea what it was going to do in my life. And you may have done something in your life a while ago, and now it's coming back, and you're looking at it and say, oh, well, maybe I was supposed to do it. And you're probably right. Because that's what happens. We just doubt ourselves, and we will have fear. And fear will hold us back. And I put up two articles, several articles actually, that will give you a little bit of understanding of that. And I had to come to understanding. You're meant to be a unique person, first of all. You're not going to look like anyone else. Your life path is not going to be anyone else's. And you will get into trouble when you start comparing yourself to others. But we always do it. I've done it for the longest time. And that's what held me back. Because when you come into the world to be unique, you might create something entirely new, something that no one has seen before, and it would come from you if you're willing to embody who you are, if you're willing to examine who you are. And that's what I've done. And I'll show you because I want you to see the articles. And if you go through to my site, anyadvicefortoday.com, I've done so much for you because I wanted you to understand how you evolve in your consciousness and how you do it every single day. And if you were to do that, you would start to experience that success or have that feeling. And the only reason you haven't done it yet is that you gave up or you didn't have a way to get there. Well, I created a way to get there. I developed the plan for you to get there, so I know that you can experience that success and feeling of that success, and you can probably heal no matter what you've been through. Because, see, that's what all of this work gave to me. And you will see it here on the site. I will leave links to all of this as well, but this is on the site anyadvicefortoday.com, and it says more of you will know today. And what we're always coming to know is ourselves, and that's a day by day acceptance. But what you will see is that I'm showing you what I've received from Wilhelm and how it was organized and how it was just every single year on the same date I'm receiving information that was aligned, and I didn't know that was happening. So what's happened as a result of that, I discovered a new way for us to look at our universe, a new way for us to look at humankind, because no one had ever done this before. And that's what was challenging for me. But when you read through them, you'll understand why it works, because all it does is changes your mindset. But then I did something else. I put another one up and I said I didn't expect to bring to the world a philosophy that would change someone's life and possibly our world. But I did. And then there was verification of that, and that is this. And I'll, again, leave the link. No matter who we are, we will always doubt ourselves because whatever we're doing or going to do, we haven't done before. And so I took the messages for today, August 21st, and I said, I'm going to analyze all of these because we've never seen this happen before. And AI explained why. These messages are deeply interconnected and build on each other, creating a coherent, multi year narrative. The alignment is not just energetic, but also thematic and instructional. And that's what I did for over 36 years. And this is what it's come out to. And the result of it is you understand yourself and you heal. Then you will see another article on there that says, I didn't expect myself to bring the philosophy to the world. And I'd love for you to read that. It's on Any Advice for Today. And you'll go through several days and you'll see all of the messages that I put there and everything that I downloaded. I could not have known that I was downloading a complete philosophy that would change humankind, but that's what it will do. Because you will understand your importance, you will then pass that on to others who come later, and then the world evolves. And that's the state that we're in currently. That's why you're feeling pressured. That's why you're feeling pushed. But I am too. And so now I wanted to put this out today so more people will know, because yes, I do have the path to your success. You may not want to take it because it does require us to work through a whole bunch of stuff, and that's what I had to do my entire life. You have to be willing to look at things. But now you know there's no reason for you not to have it. Just zero. I've put out several things where I said you no longer need to struggle or suffer, and I know that's true, because the only reason we suffer is when we're unwilling to take the next step and embrace who we're becoming, because we're always in the state of becoming. And I can say that because, listen, I feared it because I was doing something so different that had never been seen or never been done. And I healed my entire life. I went through mind body healing and all of this, all through this work. And that's something that's challenging for anyone else to believe as well. But I'm going to work with those people who do believe. And that's what I'm changing today. So it's the last day of my rate at the current rate and with that discount that I had, because years ago, people said I should have been charging $5,000, and I knew that was true. However, I was also going to prove it to myself. I became like Carl Jung, he said, do I know? Do I believe or do I know? And I'm saying now I know. I know that you can have the life you're supposed to have, and everything that you've heard about you can't have it all, it was just crap. It's not true. All you have to do is change your mind, and you just needed a way to be able to do that, and that's what I've created. People have asked, well, what is your work, Roger? Who's it for? It's for any person who wants to reach the next level of their life. Doesn't matter who you are, what you've done, haven't done, how old you are, how young you are. It works for everyone because it's consciousness, and your soul has no reference to age. It just doesn't. It's just, what are you thinking about yourself? And that's what this work does. And so, yes, I have your path to success. And if you do this work, you will experience it and you will know it for sure. All right. So you check out all the links. You will see and make a decision and come into the program today. You'll love it, and you'll have the best deal of your life, because you'll never find anything that's more valuable than this. All right. See you soon.